fur comes off. Oh my God, there's buttons.
I know exactly who I am, where.
Hello Heavy Metal Maidens Masters, I'm Heavy Metal Momma and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a Killstar haul for you, lots of coats and warm things and hoodies. But before we get to that, remember to like this video, comment down below to discuss any of the things that come up in the video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and thank you to all of you that already do. Hit that notification bell so you can find out whenever I upload, and welcome. So, a Killstar haul. We do love a Killstar haul here. I have to admit they're a bit more few and far between at the moment. I'm not loving Killstar as much at the moment, but there are a few things that I needed very specific things, or I had had my eye on for a while, so we have a Killstar haul for you. Okay, let's get straight into it. The first thing that I have is the Killstar Pentagram Ring. So I had had my eye on this for years and years, and it's one of those things that it sells out and then, you know, it comes back, and I have very chunky fingers. I have to buy the biggest size that they sell. And so it sells out quite a bit, and then it ended up in the clearance sale. So I picked myself up the Pentagram Ring. I think it only cost me about £6 or something. So I had my eye on it for ages because some of the other Killstar rings that I've got are a little more pointy. I wanted something that was definitely not going to injure me in any way, and obviously who doesn't love a pentagram as a ring? It's just a nice little easy to wear basic stainless steel ring. What more can you say with that, really? It's one of those items that they've had on the website for years and years and years. They just restock it every so often. Great item, you know, it's great looking, it's very basic goth, and I love it. Okay, so the next item is the Killstar Curse On You Bracelet. So this is, apparently it's a metal alloy, but it's not shiny. It's more of like a dulled metal. So it is a sculpted metal bracelet. It is a 24 centimetre circumference. It has skulls on it and then like bones that join the skulls together. So we have a layer of two. They look like femurs. They're a little too bent to be femurs, but I think that's what they're supposed to be. And so there is 4 skulls and then 8 of the femur bones joining them together, and they are joined by like elastic. Now it does seem like elastic, but it's also like a plasticized elastic. So I'm not quite sure what it is. It might be some sort of like stretchy silicone or something. I envisage at some point it's going to snap. I have lots of jewellery making equipment, so I will be able to piece it back together again as long as I don't lose any of the bits. But it's, you know, it's a reasonable little bracelet. I just thought it was very different to anything that I've seen before. There's a lot of detail on the skulls. Actually, I'm quite impressed with the amount of detail. They've got lots of pitting on the forehead and stuff of the skulls, lots of different teeth, etc. You know, it's very nice, well detailed bracelet. I really like it. I got it to go with the demonic O-ring necklace that I bought a little while ago. That is in a previous haul. I will of course put a card up in there in the corner there and down in the description for you guys if you want to go and watch that haul video. But I got it because, you know me, I love a matchy and I wanted a skull bracelet to match my skull necklace and lots of other skulls that I have. You know, who doesn't love a skull after all? So I just thought it was nice, something a bit different. You know, I quite like the fact it's stretchy. I at some point I'm going to catch on something and snap the elastic. I will deal with that when I get to it, but you know, for the time being, I definitely got this in the sale. I don't pay full price for Killstar for anything because I know when it initially went on the website, I was like, that is very expensive for what that is. But then I think it was in like a 30% off, or so I don't know, something like that. It's been a while since I bought a lot of these items. I thought I would share it with you now. So the next item that I have here is the Killstar Eclipse The Sun Velvet Cloak. Now, I wouldn't say this is a cloak. A cloak doesn't have sleeves. This has sleeves, so it's not a cloak, but that's what they call it, so you go figure. So it has a massive hood. It's made of beautiful soft velvet. It's got a zip down the front with black Killstar branded hardware. The zip is black, goes all the way right to the bottom. We have got massive bell sleeves. So then we have a graphic on the sleeves, printed graphic on the sleeves of like, there we go, it's a pentacle and a snake and a sword. Then again on the back, it's a more detailed version of that. There's a hexagram in there as well. It's just, you know, I quite like it. It's like a burnout rather than a, oh no, it is a print. It is a print. No, it's not a burnout. I haven't washed it many times. I've only washed it maybe twice. So I'm not sure how well the print is going to stay on the velvet, but it is a nice print. I just wouldn't tug at it too much or scrape it or anything. It's not something that you're going to wear and then rub your back on a flint wall or something like that. I think you will destroy it, but you destroy the velvet as well. So, you know, just, it's velvet, look after it, you know. It's got giant drawstrings on the oversized hood as well. It also has these enormous pockets here either side of the zip, just like a hoodie does, and it's got a very, very wide hem at the bottom. It says it's elasticated. It's not elasticated at all. It's just a doubled over very, very wide hem, but there you go. Now, I bought this to go with some of the kimono dresses that they have. I bought one at the Black Friday sale last year, so nearly a year ago now, because they've got massive great big sleeves and I didn't have anything that I could wear over it and I was cold. So this is great to wear over those kimonos because they are tight on the legs, but because it's got this wide hem here, it's not as versatile as I would like it to be. I think, you know, they call it a cloak. I think if it had a wider hem, it would be, I would call it a giant wide sleeved velvet hoodie, because it sits like quite a close fitting hoodie. It's, you know, quite a long line bodycon hoodie with these absolutely massive sleeves. They're absolutely enormous, but it is really comfy. It's really, really nice and warm. It's definitely a great layer to have in the winter. It's not my favourite Killstar item, but I bought it for a very specific purpose in my wardrobe, which was to wear with a very specific top that has absolutely massive kimono sleeves, and I needed something to go over it. So this fits that purpose. I don't find myself wearing it all the time, but I do like it. And again, I definitely got this in the sale because I was like, I am not paying full price for it. I think I got it when it was on some sort of offer. It comes up quite big, so I got it in an extra small. Now, it is not available on the UK Killstar site anymore. It is available on the US site. It is available on Phantasmagoria if you are in the EU. So you can still get it, you just can't get it in the UK. You might be able to find it through another seller. Kate's Clothing don't have it. I did check on that. I couldn't find it on a UK seller, but you might be able to get it on eBay or on Depop. Or of course you could get it shipped over from somewhere like Phantasmagoria. So it's a nice piece. It's definitely not my favourite Killstar item, but it has its place in my wardrobe and I do think that it fits that purpose very, very well. So that is the Eclipse The Sun Cloak. Okay, so the next item. This is the Killstar Enchanter Hooded Coat. Now this is more like a cloak. So the last one is called a cloak and is more like a hoodie with big sleeves. This is more like a cloak or almost a poncho really, because it's basically, like I said, just a massive poncho. It's like almost a huge rectangle of fabric with a few stitches at the bottom of the sleeves that literally, look, there's like 3 or 4 stitches here. Look, I can just put my thumb in between, and that's what they make the sleeves. So you could unpick those and it would just be a zip up cloak or a complete poncho. I love this. So it is a jersey fabric. It has an oversized hood with this beautiful, beautiful fur trim, faux fur trim, of course. Now, because of the faux fur trim, I think it is dry clean only. To be honest, I don't wash my coats very often, only if, you know, you sit on something or something, you know, when you're at the pub or something like that. I think I can cope with having to get it dry cleaned if I had to, or spot washing it, you know, if you needed to wash it. The faux fur comes off. Oh my God, there's buttons. I just hooked my finger underneath it. Oh my God, I didn't even realise. Oh, I wonder whether you can wash it then if you really wanted to. Yeah, look, the faux fur comes off. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, I quite like that, because that also means that you can sort of make it a bit less ostentatious, because the faux fur is very cool, but does make it quite Dr. Zhivago, you know. Whereas I think if you know, you didn't want to wear it with the faux fur, that's really, really cool that you can take it off. I did not even realise that. I literally just discovered it. See, that's why I love making these videos though, because, you know, I discover things about my clothes by telling you about them. I'll do that up later. So it has got a statement zip with a pentagram on it. This is again in black. It feels like metal. It's heavy. It sounds like metal with a black plastic zip down the front. It's a nice chunky zip, moves really well. I really like it. Now again, it's got massive pockets in again, which I always appreciate. You can get a phone in there, pair of keys. The only thing is that they are long, but they're not that deep sort of thing. So I have found, because of the size of the panels kind of thing, that sometimes if you put your phone in there and you're sort of swishing along, your phone can fly out your pocket if you're not being careful. But you know, it's just because I'm being ostentatious when I'm walking along, so it's probably my own fault really. So it is, apparently the material is 44% TR. I don't know what that is. 36% TC, again, don't know what that is. 17% polyester and 3% elastane. So it does have a little bit of stretch to it. It feels like, you know, those really soft hoodies. It feels like that. It's a very like tracksuit, like a nice soft tracksuit material, but it hangs really well. It's quite heavy. It's just really beautiful. It's warm, it's snuggly, but you can wear it over pretty much everything. I bought this mainly to wear over my Mystica jumper that I have, which is like a chenille, almost like knit jumper. It's got like one buckle there and one giant sleeve. The sleeves on that thing are enormous, so I just couldn't. I tried to put a coat on. I've got a coat with quite big sleeves and I couldn't get it on, which is what the main reason why I bought this. And I mean, I'd had this on my wish list for ages, and then it was like, oh no, how terrible, I'm gonna have to buy the coat, oh no. But yeah, so I really like it. I'm really surprised about the faux fur being detachable. I really like that though, because it does make it quite heavy, the faux fur. So, you know, you can definitely make it feel a little more casual by taking the faux fur off. You know, if you're going somewhere and you were a bit worried it was going to get muddy or something like that, you know, like a festival or something, this would mean that you could, you know, take that off. And also I think it kind of makes it a bit wintry, so you could take that off and then wear it as like a summer evening coat. So we have a Beltane festival round the corner from where I live, where they burn like a giant effigy of a man, and it's all very cool. It's like a Viking village that they have there and stuff. It's really cool. I have never once managed to make it to the Beltane celebration because I'm always working. So I don't know why my shift rota seems to be like that. It's either I'm working or it's like somebody's wedding or something like that. So, but yeah, if you're going to somewhere like that where there's going to be a lot of smoke around or something, and you wouldn't want it to get into the fur because you'll never get it out, you could just detach the fur, take it off, and then you can, you know, get the jacket dry cleaned. I reckon if you can take the fur off, you can put this through the washing machine. I think it will be fine. You might want to put it on like a delicates cycle or something. I think that it's the faux fur that makes it dry clean only, but it does say on the website dry clean only. But yes, it is beautiful. It swishes when you twirl. You feel like you should be in The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe or something, you know. Maybe it's the evil queen, but yeah, it's a beautiful coat. It's very versatile. You feel very polished in it. I really like it. It's a beautiful item. I would definitely recommend that. This comes in an extra small to medium or a large to extra large, so it's like there's two sizes, that's it, because it's such a free size item, because it's basically just a giant poncho. So yeah, it's a beautiful item. I would definitely recommend you can get your hands on this if you can find it, especially if you can get it in the sale. That is the Enchanter hooded coat. Okay, so the last item in this Killstar haul, we have the Curses long hoodie. Now, I bought this to wear to download because I wanted something that I could sling over everything that wasn't too heavy or too thick, because I've got like my Dungeness hoodie and I can't think what it's called, the most popular one with the swoopy bits over it. Cannot remember it for the life of me now, but that one, I'll put a picture of it up there. And I just thought they are heavy if you're not wearing them. To carry them around, they weigh a lot. I wanted something that would keep me warm, that I could wear underneath a cagoule and it wouldn't poke out the bottom and get soaking wet, but I wanted something that looked nice. So I picked this up. So it's got like a handkerchief hem at the bottom. It's got, again, an oversized hood. We have a printed back and sleeves. It's like a Baphomet face with, looks like a pentagram behind it, and we've got like these sort of are they claw hands? Yeah, I think they're claw hands with moons and all of that sort of thing. And then we've got like a moon and a Baphomet and some bones, and we've got like a palm with an eye on it down the sleeves. I just wanted something that when I chucked it on over the top of something in the evening, or if it was a horrible day, that I still felt like it had some personality to it. So it has got extra long cuffs as well, which they're a bit weird, I must admit. They are a bit weird. So it is soft hoodie fabric, so it's 70% cotton, 30% polyester. So it feels like a light hoodie, but the cuffs are weird. So normally on a hoodie the cuffs are like that long, but they're like double the length. So, but I don't think the idea is to double them over though, because they're not that long. The sleeves aren't that long. It just seems to be that you end up with these very long cuffs. Don't know why they did it. It's kind of weird. I think if they'd made the sleeves a lot longer, because, you know, I'm not a tall lady. I am 5'3", 5'4", 160 centimetres. So I don't have that long arms. You know, if you're very, very tall wearing this, I think you'd find that the sleeves were almost too short on you. I could understand if they'd done these really long cuffs on a really long sleeve so that you could like fold them up over there on themselves. That would be quite a clever idea, but they haven't. It's just odd. I wonder whether the manufacturer made the sleeves too short and that was their sort of fix, was to make these extra long cuffs. Don't know. We'll never know. But it's got, again, two great big pockets on the side. It's got lovely black, the same pentagram hardware as the coat on it. Again, it's metal. You can see it's metal because the paint's come off a little bit at the top of the zip there. We've got a slightly finer zip than on the coat, and that again, it slides very, very well. I got this in a medium. Now, I went on the Killstar Facebook group, Killstar Addicts Anonymous. Feel free to join us. There is a link, as always, to all the Killstar, all the Facebook groups that I help run, or, you know, whatever, particularly the Killstar group. Pop on the link, join us, we'd love to have you there. And a lot of people go in there and they discuss their hauls and stuff, and I'd gone on there to look and see what people were saying about the sizing of this, because I really wanted to pick it up for download. And some people said they would have liked it to be a little roomier, and so I decided, because I was going to be probably wearing it over layers for something like download, that I would get it in a medium. I think I could have got away with a small. I could have definitely got away with a small, but it is nice to be able to wear it over more bulky clothes and not have to worry about it looking like I've been squished into it. You know, I like the way it hangs a little loose on me, rather than it being really, really tight and looking uncomfortable and stretched at the seams sort of thing. So you could size up if you wanted to. It depends how you want to wear it. Because I got this for download, obviously the idea was I'm wearing it in the evening. I'm probably wearing 2 or 3 layers underneath it at least. So I wanted to make sure that it wasn't too tight. And obviously with these weird cuffs, I'm glad that I did go a size up. I'm not sure whether the cuffs would have been quite uncomfortable in a small. They're not that odd. It's just a strange choice. I wouldn't have made that choice as a designer. I'm not quite sure what they were thinking when they did it. But no, it is beautiful. It looks really, really lovely. It reminds me of some of the Necessary Evil hoodies that I have, that have got like lacing up the back here, but this is definitely longer than those, and the fabric is a little thinner, which is what I wanted, because the Necessary Evil ones are great, but sometimes you're like, oh, it's so warm, I'm not cold enough yet to put it on. Whereas this, it meant that I could just wear it and unzip it. It meant that I could tie it around my waist and it wasn't really bulky. So it was perfect for the purpose that I bought it for. I really, really like it. I think out of all of the things that I've shown you in the haul, this is my favourite. This is definitely the thing that gets worn the most out of all of the things in the haul. So it's definitely been through the washing machine more than all the others. I really, really like this. It's a really nice piece. Obviously cuffs are weird, but other than that, no, I really, really like it. Would definitely recommend. It's really soft. It's just a little thinner. It's thinner than most hoodies are. It's definitely thinner than some of the hoodies that I've bought for Heavy Metal Hubby, but actually for the purpose that I wanted it for, I was quite pleased with that, because I wanted it as a layer rather than I need a nice thick jumper. So do with that information as you will. So that is the Curses long hoodie in a size medium. For reference, by the way, I am 5'3", 5'4", 160 centimetres. I am a size 8 to 10. So that was my Killstar haul. I hope you've enjoyed it. I liked showing you the few things I bought. I haven't bought that much stuff from Killstar recently. I've definitely, yeah, my obsession is waning a little with them. I do really like those pieces, but I'm definitely found myself being a lot more picky recently with the Killstar items that I buy. I do have some Killstar jewellery on the way for the Haunted Bat's wedding because it's bat themed, so I had to buy some bat jewellery and they had some bat jewellery in the clearance, so I was like, why not? So I will of course give you a review video on those when they turn up. I will let you know what I think. So what are your thoughts? How are you feeling about Killstar in 2022? I'm definitely not as in love with them as I was in 2017. Let me know down in the comments if you have any of these items. What are your thoughts on them? I would love to hear from you, and if you have any questions about the items, please feel free to hit me up in the comments below as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember to like this video, comment down below to discuss any of the things that come up in the video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and thank you to all of you that already do. Hit that notification bell so you can find out whenever I upload. And remember people, stay heavy.